Hi, I'm making these videos and these podcasts to introduce myself to you. I'm Marcy Casterline O'Rourke. I'm the author of the book Bedeviled. It's now an Audible book, and I just thought I'd tell you a little about myself and a little about what the book is about. It's about my late husband who passed away about 10 years ago, and I thought we'd had a perfectly happy marriage. Turned out we didn't, but I had never suspected that until he actually came back from beyond the grave to tell me about it. And I know it sounds crazy. I'm pretty much the last person who ever thought I'd be saying anything like this. However, it's the truth. And one of the things I found out, which I'm going to discuss in these videos, is how important your narrative is. My husband had his narrative all wrong. He started out with two narratives. In one narrative, we were sort of happily married. But in the other narrative, I had ruined his life by marrying him. And if only he were free, he could have been a big success. So what was interesting was that when he got to the other side, he did realize that one of his narratives was wildly off, that he had ruined his own life by having the wrong narrative. What the story he told himself, which I will discuss, it took me a long time to figure out what exactly was his story. And then I remembered a movie that he had seen, Razor's Edge, with Tyrone Power, who he thought was such a great actor. I didn't think he was so great at all. He was kind of angry and arrogant, whereas Tom was a very genial, self-effacing guy who everybody liked. But anyway, I will analyze that movie and begin to show you how I figured out what on earth could have been going on in my husband's mind, that he cheated on me every day. For 35 years we were married, and every day he was living a lie. And it's interesting in a way, and yet when he got to the other side, he did have to face that. And I think we all have to face that. That's what they say near-death experiencers tell you. It's your life review. And they'll say, oh, you judge yourself. But when you think about that, you're the person who could have had the great life, and you may look at what you did with your life and find yourself quite disappointed. And that's where hell comes in. And that's actually why I call the book Bedeviled. I sort of did it as a joke at first. I really have to confess, I'm modern. I hardly believe in this psychic stuff, but I certainly didn't believe in the devil. I did believe in God. I thought he was out there somewhere. I found out that's really not true either. God is all around us. The spiritual world is all around us. As a matter of fact, we're sort of an afterthought of the spiritual world. At any rate, that's what I'd like you to know from this video, is that start thinking about your narrative. And you can discover your narrative by looking at movies and reading books and going to the theater. You get to watch the spirits. And you have a spirit. If you're a spiritual person, you have a spirit. Can't have the adjective without the noun. And you get to watch these spirits of people interact on the stage or in the movie. See who you identify with. See who you sympathize with. That will tell you a lot about yourself and about your narrative. And you're the only person that can figure out your narrative. No one can tell you what it is. It goes on inside you. It's your ongoing, your journalist telling you, oh, this is what's this and this is what's that. A lot of times we pick out people for heroes who are really not heroes in our life, who are ruining us. But why do we do that? Why do we pick those people? My next video will introduce you to movie therapy. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. You can get my book, Bedeviled. It's Audible. It's an Audible book. You can access it on my website, marcycasterline.com, MarcyCasterline.com. Thank you very much.